You guys do a lot of action in this film. How do you guys prepare for such, gruesome scenes?
Well, I think we worked with some incredible fight choreographers, Grant Powell and Nathan Barris. They came over from South Africa, and they really choreographed some incredible sword fight scenes, knife, the scarf, and they injected a lot of comedy into the choreography as well. We spent about a month in Romania training before we actually started shooting, so we had this well choreographed dance.
What kind of physicality do you guys need to be in to do all that?
For me, it was a great departure. I had like a month to basically be a convincing apprentice of an Arcadian warrior. And I trained as hard as I could. I kept up the martial arts that I do anyway. I went to the gym. I bulked up as much as I could, and I thought I was doing a pretty good job until I got to set and stood next to Victor, who just kind of made me look like his little pet.
Well, I do a lot of action movies, but I had to do some prep on this one. My prep was all about making sure that Mike Elliott, the director, had a stunt double that looked just like me, which he did, thank God. That was my prep, making sure the stunt double could do everything and look just like me.
What kind of martial arts do you do?
I'm preparing to take my black belt in Taekwondo early next year, yeah, and Hapkido. But I have a background as a classical ballet dancer, also contemporary dancer, many years ago now, so I've always been pretty flexible and in good shape. But the real key for me was to bulk up as much as I could in a very short amount of time, and I got to ride horses, which I love, and again learn fight choreography with a short sword, which I'd never done before, and that was a lot of fun.
So you two guys have to fight against Lou Ferrigno. How was that? I mean, he's the Hulk.
Oh, Lou's a big man, and I grew up watching the Hulk as a kid, and so it was interesting because within the first 10 minutes of shooting 5 hours of action, his stunt sword broke. So we then had to use the real picture sword, which weighed about 20 kilograms. And when you've got a huge man like Lou Ferrigno swinging a very heavy sword at your crotch, you get out of the way quick, and those facial expressions where I'm about to lose my manhood are real. So that was an interesting day of fighting.
Yeah, very much so.
How long did you two guys have to actually mesh together and get into these roles?
I joined these guys in Romania probably it was probably about nearly 2 weeks before we started shooting, and during that time we spent a lot of time with great fight choreographers, Grant Powell and Nathan Barris, and we were up training, working out the fight choreography with the swords, and then we were in the gym. It was a very intense time, but a lot of fun.
What do you think each of your characters brings to the film?
I think what's great about this Scorpion King, there's humor. You get to see a lot of action, a lot of adventure. It's much more of a caper, and there's a great sense of humor, which I think we all bring from our own characters' points of view, and it works brilliantly, and I think the franchise is definitely back on form.
I bring something to the film the other ones don't have. I'm the only Asian face in the thing.
Yeah.
There's no Asian people. My peeps, nothing. So I bring a little color to the film. That's what I bring.
He's representing.
How do you feel, you did stepping into a role that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson played?
When I did the third one, it was really, really exciting. It was intimidating also. I think he did such a great job with the first one. He's got such a great presence about him. And stepping into that role was a little nerve-wracking. But once you get on set and you've prepared and you've done it, and you can't try and imitate what somebody else has done. You got to go in there and you got to make it your own. And the third one, it was a little easier to do that because it was much more of a dramatic action movie. And the fourth one, we took it back to the original formula and we had a lot more comedy in it. So there was an actual chance for me to expand the character a lot more. And that was really exciting.